On today's show, stuff will happen. We'll say things, and half of them will make sense. We hope.
That's optimistic.
That's right. If you have an optimistic bent,
Ooh.
or an optimistic Volkswagen, optimistic Kia, I don't care. Please like, subscribe, and or follow. This is Truly News. Well, it should be an optimistic bend, shouldn't it? Yeah.
I'll take an optimistic Bentley.
Ooh. By the way, Mrs. Vlad, if you're coming over,
Bring a Bentley.
I was thinking more of a Rolls, if you could. I mean, I don't know if you can put them in carry-on, but, however that would work for you. Anyway, like, subscribe, and or follow. Beggars Are Us. Or This Is Truly News. I'd personally go with This Is Truly News, although Beggars Are Us is probably much more informative. This is True Really News. Like, subscribe, and follow. Carry on.
This is True Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true,
Really?
as far as you know.
More than 200 years after the...
I did their carry on and with the cars, with the...
Yeah. Carry on with the cars?
Remember I said if they don't fit in your carry-on and whatever.
Oh, yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah, got me laughing.
More than 200 years after the 10th president of the United States was born.
Who was the 10th president?
John Tyler.
Was so.
One of his grandsons is still alive.
Huh?
You ready for the math?
Hang on. Okay, go.
He was born in 1790, John Tyler was, and became president in 1841 after William Henry Harrison died in office.
Yes.
He had a son named Lyon Gardner Tyler in 1853.
Okay.
This son was born...
So right at the beginning of the Victorian era.
Whatever. The then 60-something Tyler and his second, much younger wife, Julia Gardner, had this Lion or Leon.
Know what they were doing.
Then Leon...
We all know what they were doing.
Had two sons of his own in his 70s. Also with a much younger second wife.
Okay, so like Rod Stewart could probably pull this off in a couple of generations.
Right. One of whom, Harrison Ruffin Tyler, born in 1928, is still gracing this earth in his early 90s.
Wait. He's... Okay.
Isn't that...
That's amazing.
It may make this feat slightly less surprising to know that Tyler had 15 children, more than any other president in the United States history.
So he was a vigorous man.
Well, like J.S. Bach, his organ had no stops. Tyler's actual presidency is less remarkable than his biographical oddity. He was referred to as his accidency upon assuming office, and wasn't renominated in the following election.
Wasn't he the part of Tippy Canoe and Tyler too? He was the vice president.
Yeah, he was. He had to be.
I think. Or am I?
No, I think you're fine.
Great. Okay. Well, happy birthday, sir.
I don't know if it's his birthday, but
way to have a long lineage.
There we go. Hey.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever met his grandpa. I don't think so.
I would.
He had the one child in his 60s.
Okay,
who waited to have the other child in his 70s.
So that would make him like 130 years old.
Right?
Well, he was vigorous.
And as we found out earlier, his organ had no stops.
Kent, should we really find that out or did you just make it up? Yeah, either way. Kent Clinics in Amsterdam, which treats anxiety, phobias, and PTSD, posted a job opening for someone who was able to... Oh, I hope you're not eating. Vomit at will. According to the NL Times.
Why?
The person who fills the part-time position will help patients who have a fear of vomiting, replacing a previous employee who retired.
You sure not just died of anorexia?
Probably had his stomach lining, couldn't take it anymore. A psychologist, Marcia Crosa, sure,
yeah,
who posted for this position, said the response has been overwhelming. Okay, now I'm thinking of a whole bunch of really bad jokes that we can't do here. There are many more applications than expected. Our new transmitter is certainly among them. Transmitter? Our new transmitter? One hope.
This is as distasteful as it sounds.
Oh, wait, it gets better.
Oh, nice. Good.
A comment on the times we live in.
Mhm.
One hopeful applicant gushed loudly, "Now I can finally share my art, vomiting on command."
This is a creative endeavor. It is.
For him, her. Them?
Them is good. It's safe.
I hope it's more than one.
Holy Pete.
Ugh.
Flathead Beacon police blotter.
Thank God, a bit of normalcy.
How will my cat? No, hold it. This isn't Flathead Beacon.
No?
It's Quora questions. What was I thinking?
Oh, then absolutely no normality will return.
How will my cat react if she finds my poop in her litter?
She'll move. Great, you made me spill. I hope you're happy.
I am. My MacBook Air weighs 2.3 pounds. If I
Wow.
download more files on it,
It will get heavier, yes.
why can't I have a conversation with a girl in spite of being extremely proficient in science and math?
Well, because the old stereotypes are girls don't like science and math.
Or men who wear science and math.
And yeah,
Girls don't make passes at boys who do science and math.
exactly.
Do babies
Remember
know-
when being a smart girl was like seen as a drawback?
God almighty.
Now it's the new aphrodisiac.
Well, always was for me.
Me too.
Except the smart ones would avoid me like the plague.
See, I got a smart one, and she's athletic, so I don't know how I ever trapped her.
Well, I got a smart one who can outrun me at any time.
Yeah, see, it makes no sense, does it?
Yeah.
I think there was a problem somewhere in their upbringing. There's a trauma there we should probably have to investigate. But
Do babies know that they are babies, or do they not recognize age? Age is or actually, I should say time is a human construct in a sense.
I have a
You know,
question.
It goes on, but
I still have a question.
yeah, shoot.
Who the hell cares? Really?
Well, obviously, this intellectual on
Feed 'em.
Quora.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Feed them, burp them, put them to bed, change their diapers, and snuggle with them. That's all you got to do.
Hey, you don't have to
All
worry
these
about much
great,
more.
deep, dark questions don't fricking matter.
That's
All right,
right.
go ahead. Back to
Back to you.
During the U.S. Open tennis tournament in early September, as a match unfolded between two guys whose names are obviously not U.S.'s, Nick Kyrgios of Australia. Is he the nut job that does all sorts of weird stuff? And Karen Koshnikova of Russia. They were at the Arthur Ashe Stadium. Finally, a name I can pronounce.
And it's our tennis great.
So
Arthur Ashe.
you're watching U.S. Open tennis.
Yep.
Two stars apparently in the tennis community, because they're at center stage if they're at Arthur Ashe.
Right.
Two men in the stands stole the show. Well, according to the Associated Press, YouTube prankster G. Dion donned a barber's cape while a second man gave him a trim with clippers. You know, until tournament security arrived.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm guessing the clipper thing is they were escorted out of their seats and then
stand
off
back
the
or I'll
ground.
shave you bald.
They were, and three people into waxing and sugaring said, "Wait a minute, you got to pay for that." Where was
I'll
I?
give you such a Brazilian, you'll wish you never had a Brazilian.
I've never had a Brazilian, and it hurts just to hear the word. They were escorted out of their seats and then off the grounds for disruption of play, said the USTA's Brendan McIntyre.
Out of their seats.
There's a first time. Well, it was hard to get them out of the stadium. Otherwise, you'd have to take the whole row out.
Okay.
There's a first time for anything, apparently. However, it was not the first time for Dion. Does any Jidion? Does anyone follow this dude on YouTube?
How spell that again?
Capital J, small I,
Yeah.
capital Dion.
Gideon.
Whatever.
Okay.
Or Jidion. Jadoin.
Jadoin. I like Jadoin.
Jadoin. It works. He got a trim at a Timberwolves Mavericks game last March,
Okay.
which honestly, Timberwolves Mavericks was probably the best entertainment of the night.
Absolutely.
And in July, then was banned for life from Wimbledon for blowing an air horn during a match between Novak Djokovic and Jannik Sinner.
Oh, for Pete's.
Wow, what people will do to get noticed. Of course, I say that in all judgmental type feeling, and yeah, exactly. And here we are. Okay, we're as bad as they are, but at least I've never been escorted out of my seat.
Wait for it.
You hear anything?
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.